welcome to the Grace Gone Viral YouTube channel. My name is Zintle Masimula and I'm happy to be back. I just want to say thank you for subscribing, for liking and for watching my videos. The fact that you take time out from your busy schedule means a lot to me, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So anyway, without wasting any more time, last week we spoke about a whole lot of things, about planning, preparations and everything. I'm glad because I received a lot of good responses because of that video. So I just want to say thank you guys for appreciating what I'm sharing with you. And I promised you guys that this week I'll be talking about what happens to our bodies when we just decide to bombard it with all these different kinds of diets. First of all, a diet is important, it's needed. It's just a matter of you understanding what kind of diet you are on and what it is exactly that you need. So the key thing here is to find a balanced diet, which I feel most of us are struggling from, having that balanced diet. So what I learned as I was researching, I found that at the end of the day, our body needs fats, it needs sugar, it needs carbs, it needs proteins, it needs fiber. We need all these nutrients to help us stay healthy, to help our bodies to function accordingly. However, if you consume too much of one thing and too little of something else, then there's an imbalance. And once there is an imbalance, there's a problem. Because if you're eating too much of something, you will get sick or there'll be some dysfunction in your body. Or if you consume too little of something, there'll be some dysfunction in your body. For example, there are people who don't even drink water. A person can stay an entire week without drinking water. Yes, guys, it's possible. I've done it before. I think years back when I was still very, very unhealthy, before I even started or even thought about losing weight, I would finish like a week not drinking water, you know. It's possible. The reason why I say it's possible is because I was drinking fluids. It's just that I wasn't drinking water. So because of that, I'd have headaches. And so even now, the moment I have a headache, the first thing I'm going to question, did I drink enough water? Because I knew that if I didn't drink enough water, my head will start to ache. Then I knew that my system was in need of water. Or sometimes my kidneys would not function properly, or I just feel some pain. Then I knew that, okay, I needed water in my system. So anyway, getting to my point, the point is you need to have a balance for everything. You know, you need to have certain amounts of fats, proteins, sugar, carbs, water, sugary drinks. Well, not sugary drinks per se, but sugar in whatever form that it may come in. You need it in your system, you know. So I think that we are all challenged, or we ought to be challenged, that okay, now that we know that we need all these things, how then do we balance it all out? Because what I found out as well is that if, let's say, for example, you're eating too much fat, you're obviously going to be fat, guys. You're going to have fat in your body. Like I said, some of us, we've got very slow metabolisms. Some people have very fast metabolisms. So for those who have a very fast metabolism, their system quickly, it crushes the food that they eat very quickly. So it doesn't take time to process and to be crushed and whatnot. So for us, some of us, it takes forever. That is why then the fat builds up in our bodies. And that fat that is building up is not healthy, guys. That is something I'm going to also research more on and explain and talk more about it next week. And the whole metabolism thing. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is we need to find a balance, guys. We need to find a balance. Besides that, what are the dangers of us eating too much of something or not eating enough of something? So the dangers that I can think of or that I read about, I'm not going to dwell too much into it because I don't have enough time. But death is one of them, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough, but if you do not protect your heart, just like I said, according to Proverbs 4:23, if we don't protect our heart, unfortunately, we will die. That is a sad reality. You are going to die, guys. If you have too much fat and you feel like it's okay for you to be that big and it's okay for you to have all that fat surrounding you, think again. You are going to die. This is not something I'm sucking out of my thumb. This is the reality. Even the Bible is warning us that we need to guard our heart. Why would God say guard your heart above all else? It's because the heart is very important. The moment your heart stops beating, guys, it's over for you. So those are one of the dangers of having an unbalanced diet or imbalanced diet, however way you want to call it. Secondly, you can have high blood pressure, you can have diabetes, you can have tooth decay. Some of us, I don't even know when last I went to the dentist, guys. My gosh, this is bad. This is very bad. I need to fix that. I need to visit the dentist. But I do know that I've lost two teeth or tooth. Which one is it? Interesting. But I lost two teeth already. I think one wisdom tooth and yeah, one of those teeth at the back. I lost two of them. And it's clear that I wasn't eating healthy. It was that time when I was, not eating healthy. And I lost two, guys. So now I only have 30 teeth and not 32. Why? Because I made the wrong choices. I made the wrong decisions with what I eat. So those are also one of the symptoms. And other things, it's bone fractures. I think this maybe applies to the people who are too thin as well. Even not people who are too thin. Sometimes, guys, we don't consume enough calcium. And that causes our bones to break very easily. So whether you are fat or not, if you're not consuming enough calcium, your bones will easily break. So guys, we can spend the whole day discussing just this issue, but I feel I've already covered the necessities. So what I'm asking you to do is study your body. Get to understand your body. Get to understand where you are lacking or where you are slacking. Get to find out if you are eating a balanced meal or not. And if you are not, then make your own research and decide, okay, maybe I'm eating too much fats. Let me cut down and add some protein. Let me cut down protein and maybe add some carbs. You are the one who knows what it is that you need. I can't say that you need this and that. I know what I need. Already I know I have to cut down sugar. I have to cut down some fats. I need to add on a little bit of protein, carbs. I think I need to cut down, and then fiber. I think I need to just find a balance there. As for water, I'm good. I love water now. Water is my best friend. I'd rather not have fizzy drinks, but have water instead. Because when I don't have water in my system, I will feel it not even by tomorrow, by today. Latest today, I'll feel that, okay, Z, you need water in your system. So that's how I've learned, or that's how my body functions, and that's how my body speaks to me. That when I get that slight headache, first of all, I'll just question, did I consume water today? Was it enough or is it not enough? So please study your body. So today I didn't share much of scripture because I feel it is important that we get to understand these things, because I feel what is destroying most of us is the fact that we are very, very ignorant to these basic things that we need to know. Well, when I started researching, in my head I was like, oh my word, this is why we have dietitians. Like right now, I need a dietitian to explain all these things to me. But I was like, okay, if I don't have the money and if I can't afford a dietitian, then what? Guys, we've got Google. Like, we have no excuse whatsoever for living a lifestyle that is not healthy, for eating bad food. There's no excuse at all, because all the information that we need has been made available to us. Not free of charge, but there's a small price that you need to pay. I mean, getting onto Google and just researching, guys, it's not that much. But anyway, even if maybe you are surrounded by people who don't have money to buy data and get into Google, then it's your job to help them, be creative. Because at the end of the day, guys, we are created to help one another. That is why I love following people who talk about health. I love reading people who write about health, because they help me to gain the knowledge that I don't have. So that's why when I get that knowledge, I then want to share it with somebody else. So that's why it's very important for me that I continue to upload these videos. Doesn't mean that I have to touch thousands of people, even if it's just one person. As long as somebody's life is going to be changed because of what I just shared, I'm happy. Like, there's just this great fulfillment in me. There's this great joy that I feel. That's why I appreciate every single person who watches my video and who likes, or even if you don't like, the fact that you saw it, for me, it's like you saw it. So it's gonna get you thinking. Your mind is gonna be stimulated somehow. So today's video is quite short because taking in all of that, it's a lot, guys. Please don't rush into diets. Don't rush into anything. Understand before you get into this. It's just like getting saved, guys. Don't rush into getting saved and say, oh yes, now I'm saved, I'm a child of God. Understand what are the responsibilities that come with being saved. What are the things that you need to get in order? What are the things that you need to do? Like, being saved has its own responsibilities, just like everything else. Everything, guys, it needs understanding. Even if it's not about health, even if it's not about spiritual life, whatever you do, understand it. And the moment you understand, then you get to make a well-informed decision. And as you make a well-informed decision, you will never regret it and you won't have anyone to blame. So I, for one, I just make it a habit that I get to understand everything that there is to understand about health, because, guys, I really love the body that God has blessed me with. Yesterday, I was watching a movie, 5 Feet Apart, and when I was watching that movie, it was about children, or people rather, who have cancer and something they were born with. So in my head, I was like, wow, Lord, the fact that I don't have any sickness whatsoever right now, I am grateful. And to show my gratitude, I want to take care of my body, just to show that, Lord, I am very much grateful for this body that you have given me. The fact that it's still fighting off the very bad things that I eat, it's a blessing, guys. It's a blessing. Some people, they fight to stay alive. They literally do whatever it takes. Just watch the movie. You'll get what I'm talking about. But in a nutshell, it just pushed me, or rather, it just put me in a position whereby I really just appreciated my body and appreciate the fact that I'm not a sickly person. And in order to keep it that way, I'm gonna make sure that I stay healthy. That is why I said, your vision. What is your vision? So if your vision is to be sexy, okay, it's a good vision, but if your vision is to be healthy, then that's a good start. Let your vision just be to be healthy, and then the sexiness and everything else, let it be an added bonus. But being healthy is the key thing. So, guys, until next week, whereby we'll be discussing about the metabolism issue, how we can make our metabolism to be a little bit faster, and the effects of having fat around our body. What are the dangers of that? Because, guys, with everything, there's good and there's bad. So like I said, we need fat, but then if you have too much of fat, it's bad. If you have too much of sugar, it's bad. So let's just work on striking a balance. That's the key thing. Until next week, guys, thank you for watching, and I love you so much. Mwah.